2026, a year whispered in boardrooms, sketched in design studios, and tested on proving grounds across the world. The year when the hum of an electric motor stops being a novelty and becomes the new sound of power. This is the moment when technology catches up to ambition, where range anxiety gives way to grand tours, where charging stops feel like pit lane refuels, and where the steering wheel in your hands connects you to something that feels less like a machine and more like a vision brought to life. The names you've known for decades, Ford, Mercedes, Porsche, are no longer just building electric versions of their icons, they are reinventing them. Meanwhile, disruptors like Lucid and Polestar are proving that in the new automotive world, heritage is optional, but innovation is mandatory. In 2026, electric cars will not simply compete with combustion engines, they will overtake them in ways no one thought possible. And for those ready to invest in the future, these 10 models are more than cars. They are rolling declarations that you saw the shift coming, and you moved with it. For years, the electric revolution has been coming soon. Early adopters proved it could work, but the compromises were real. Limited range, long charging times, uncertain resale value. But 2026 changes that. Breakthroughs in solid-state battery development and ultra-fast charging infrastructure mean ranges pushing past 500 miles and 80% charges in under 10 minutes are no longer concepts. They are production reality. High-voltage architectures, previously reserved for exotic prototypes, are becoming standard. Charging stations are evolving from lonely roadside units to sleek, brand-owned lounges, where you can relax, work and dine while your car gains hundreds of miles in minutes. On the performance side, electric drivetrains are delivering acceleration that would have embarrassed hypercars just a decade ago, and they're doing it silently with an effortlessness that turns every launch into an event. Torque vectoring, adaptive suspension and software-tuned driving modes mean you can tailor the experience from smooth chauffeur to aggressive canyon carver without ever lifting the hood. But beyond the numbers, 2026 is pivotal because luxury itself is changing. In an age where every premium sedan can be fast and every SUV can be plush, status now comes from being on the leading edge of sustainability, design, and connected living. These EVs aren't just machines. They are your interface with a cleaner, smarter, and more dynamic world. From the rugged luxury of an electric G-Class to the democratized innovation of Tesla's next compact. This list will take you through the 10 electric cars redefining not just how we drive, but why we drive. Each is a statement about where the industry is and where it's headed. And as we count them down from number 10 to number 1, remember, these aren't simply the best electric cars, they are the ones changing the game. Number 10, 2026 Ford Explorer EV. The name is familiar, but the machine it belongs to has been rewritten from the ground up. And this time, it hums instead of growls. Ford didn't just electrify the Explorer, they reimagined it for a decade where adventure isn't powered by gasoline, but by silence and instant torque. The silhouette is unmistakably Explorer, muscular stance, broad shoulders, and a presence that still feels ready for a national park trail or a downtown valet. But now the lines are cleaner, the aerodynamics smarter, and the lighting signature a futuristic ribbon that announces this isn't yesterday's SUV. Under the floor lies a state-of-the-art battery pack with Ford's next-generation lithium-ion chemistry, delivering up to 370 miles of range on a single charge. That's road trip territory, especially when paired with an 800-volt architecture capable of adding 200 miles in just 10 minutes at a DC fast charger. All-wheel drive is standard on upper trims, powered by dual motors producing over 450 horsepower and a tidal wave of torque that makes highway merges and mountain climbs feel effortless. Inside, the Explorer EV embraces Ford's most luxurious cabin yet for this nameplate. Soft-touch leatherette or available semi-aniline hides wrap the seats, while a panoramic glass roof makes the cabin feel like it's carved from open sky. The dashboard is dominated by a 15.5-inch portrait display running Ford's latest sync software, complete with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and an upgraded voice assistant that actually understands natural speech. Ambient lighting, with 30 color options, sets the mood, while noise-canceling insulation and laminated glass make the ride whisper quiet until you decide you want the simulated engine soundtrack piped in for drama. Technology goes beyond comfort. The Explorer EV offers Ford's Blue Cruise 1.3 hands-free highway driving system, now expanded to more road miles than ever. It can automatically change lanes, adjust for traffic, and even slow for tight curves, all while you rest your hands and let the horizon come to you. Over-the-air updates ensure this Explorer evolves long after you've driven it home. Practicality hasn't been sacrificed for style. You still get 3 rows of seating, a flat load floor thanks to the EV packaging, and a generous frunk that's perfect for stashing muddy gear away from the clean interior. Tow: the Explorer EV handles up to 5,000 pounds with ease. Enough for a camper, boat, or pair of jet skis, all without a whiff of fuel. Pricing is expected to start around $49,000 for the well-equipped base model, with premium trims touching the mid-60s. That positions it as an attainable, yet upscale electric SUV, one that carries Ford's trust in America's SUV legacy into a new era. The 2026 Ford Explorer EV doesn't just prove that family adventure can go electric, it makes you wonder why you'd ever want to go back. Number 9. 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 7. If the Explorer EV is the familiar face gone electric, the Ioniq 7 is the bold stranger who walks into the room and immediately owns it. This isn't just an SUV, it's a rolling statement that Hyundai, once seen as the underdog, is now designing the future others will follow. The first thing you notice is the presence. At over 16 feet long, the Ioniq 7 carries proportions more in line with a Range Rover or Escalade, yet it wears its size with sleek precision. The front end is a minimalist masterpiece. A full-width pixel LED light bar, jewel-like vertical headlights, and a clean grille-less fascia that speaks of quiet power. Its silhouette is sculpted for aerodynamics, with flush door handles, hidden sensors, and a sloping roofline that ends in a dramatic rear light signature. Beneath its skin lies Hyundai's most advanced platform yet, the eGMP 2.0 architecture, featuring a massive battery delivering up to 350 miles of range. And when it's time to recharge, the 800-volt system swallows electrons at a speed that borders on science fiction, 10 to 80% in just 10 minutes at the fastest stations. Dual motors push out over 400 horsepower, and torque vectoring ensures this 3-row luxury cruiser can dance through corners far more gracefully than its size suggests. Step inside, and you realize Hyundai didn't just design an interior, they curated a living space. The Ioniq 7's cabin feels like an upscale lounge, with sustainable materials like bio-based leather, recycled plastics, and plant-derived composites. The driver's seat feels like a command chair, flanked by a sweeping 27-inch OLED display that merges instrument cluster and infotainment into one uninterrupted glass panel. Rear passengers can recline in first-class style seats, with extendable leg rests, complete with personal entertainment screens and wireless charging pads at every row. The panoramic glass roof bathes the interior in daylight, while customizable ambient lighting sets the mood at night. Hidden beneath the calm is a fortress of safety and intelligence. Hyundai's latest highway driving pilot, capable of full hands-off operation on mapped roads, combined with AI-powered hazard prediction that can preemptively adjust speed or lane before a situation develops. Over-the-air updates mean this SUV won't feel old in 2 years. It will feel smarter. And then there's the wow factor, the built-in mini fridge in the center console, perfect for chilled drinks on road trips, and the ultraviolet C sterilization system that can sanitize the cabin while you're away. A detail lifted straight from luxury concept cars. Pricing is expected to start just under $60,000, with fully loaded versions pushing into the mid-$70,000. For that, you're not just getting a family hauler, you're stepping into a new category of electric travel. One where luxury, practicality, and cutting-edge tech merge without compromise. The 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 7 isn't asking to be noticed. It demands it, and as it glides past in silence, lit by its pixel-perfect light signature, you'll know this is the future arriving early. Number 8. 2026 Polestar 5. The Polestar name might still sound fresh to some ears, but in the world of design-driven high-performance EVs, it's already established as born from Volvo's racing division, and now standing as its own luxury electric brand, Polestar has been carving a niche for those who want Scandinavian minimalism paired with world-class engineering. And the 2026 Polestar 5 might just be the car that cements its place alongside the most respected names in the industry. At first glance, the Polestar 5 isn't shouting for attention, and that's the point. Its beauty is in the restraint. The design follows the philosophy of reduction, where every line has purpose, every surface flows without unnecessary ornamentation. The long hood and fastback roofline give it the proportions of a grand tourer, while its low, planted stance whispers performance. The signature Thor's hammer headlights and razor-thin rear light bar are familiar Polestar cues, but here they're even sharper, like they've been cut from crystal. Beneath the sculpted shell lies Polestar's most ambitious platform yet, a bonded aluminum chassis that's both featherlight and rock-solid. This engineering choice doesn't just make it strong, it also gives the Polestar 5 the precision handling and responsiveness of a sports coupe. Dual motors deliver a combined output of over 870 horsepower, launching the car from 0 to 60 mph in under 3 seconds. Yet thanks to the optimized weight distribution and adaptive air suspension, it glides with the composure of a luxury sedan when you're not chasing apexes. Range anxiety? Not here. The Polestar 5's advanced battery pack offers over 370 miles of range, with an 800-volt architecture, enabling ultra-fast charging, 10 to 80% in as little as 12 minutes. It's not just about speed, it's about convenience. Imagine stopping for a coffee, and by the time you've taken your last sip, you're ready for another few hundred miles of uninterrupted driving. Inside, the cabin is a masterclass in Scandinavian luxury. The atmosphere is calm, airy and deliberate, every material chosen for its quality, sustainability and tactile pleasure. Recycled aluminum trim, responsibly sourced leather, and natural fiber composites come together in a space that feels modern but warm. The driver faces a 15-inch center display running Polestar's Google-based operating system, fast, intuitive and constantly updated over the air. A smaller, high-resolution driver display keeps speed and navigation in clear view, while a head-up display projects critical information directly into your line of sight. One of the Polestar 5's most talked-about features is its advanced autonomous suite, which merges Volvo's safety DNA with Polestar's performance focus. A roof-mounted LiDAR system works in harmony with radar, cameras and ultrasonic sensors, creating a 360-degree map of the environment in real time. On mapped highways, it can take over entirely, adjusting speed, changing lanes, and predicting hazards before you even notice them. But unlike some systems that feel detached, Polestar's approach is to keep the driver engaged. You can take over instantly and the car responds with zero hesitation. Driving the Polestar 5 is an experience that blends serenity and thrill in equal measure. In comfort mode, the adaptive suspension soaks up imperfections, road noise is barely a whisper, and the only soundtrack is the subtle hum of the motors. Switch to performance mode, and the entire personality shifts. The steering tightens, the suspension firms up, and the instant torque pins you back in your seat. It's the duality that makes it special. The ability to be both an effortless cross-country cruiser and a precision instrument on a winding road. Polestar has also leaned heavily into sustainability without compromising luxury. The manufacturing process uses renewable energy sources, the interior textiles are created from recycled PET bottles and natural wool, and the company is transparent about its carbon footprint, something few luxury brands are willing to disclose. Owning a Polestar 5 isn't just about performance or style, it's about knowing your car is part of a more responsible future. Pricing is expected to start in the low $100,000 range, positioning it directly against electric heavyweights like the Porsche Taycan Turbo and Tesla Model S Plaid. But where those cars often lean toward aggressive design or tech overload, the Polestar 5 offers something more timeless, a design that will look just as good 10 years from now as it does today, and a driving experience that doesn't depend on gimmicks. In many ways, the 2026 Polestar 5 is a quiet disruptor. It doesn't scream for attention, it earns it. And for the driver who values subtlety, craftsmanship, and the thrill of electric performance wrapped in Scandinavian cool, this might just be the perfect machine. Number 7. 2026 Audi Q6 e-tron. For Audi, electric isn't an experiment anymore, it's a language they now speak fluently. The Q6 e-tron doesn't arrive to learn the rules of the EV game, it arrives to rewrite them with a fluency in luxury, performance, and everyday usability that makes it one of the most balanced electric SUVs of its generation. At first glance, the Q6 e-tron fits neatly into Audi's design lineage. It's unmistakably part of the Quattro family. Clean, sculpted lines, a powerful stance, and that single-frame grille reimagined for an electric future. But look closer and you'll notice the refinements. Slimmer, more expressive LED headlights, with Audi's latest digital matrix lighting technology, allowing customizable light signatures, a sleeker aerodynamic profile with subtle tapering toward the rear, and flush door handles that melt into the bodywork until your touch brings them to life. It's a masterclass in making innovation feel familiar. Built on the new PP Premium platform electric co-developed with Porsche, the Q6 e-tron strikes the perfect size for the luxury EV market, larger and more spacious than a Q4, but more agile and city-friendly than the flagship Q8 e-tron. This is the sweet spot for buyers who want space for family and luggage, without feeling like they're maneuvering a yacht through narrow streets. Underneath, dual electric motors deliver a combined 51 horsepower in the performance variant, propelling the Q6 from 0 to 60 mph in just 4.4 seconds. The 100 kilo pure battery offers up to 37 to 705 miles of range, and with its 800-volt architecture, the Q6 can recharge from 10% to 80% in about 12 minutes, fast enough to make long road trips feel as seamless as filling up a gas tank. Step inside, and Audi's obsessive attention to detail is on full display. The cabin wraps you in a mix of soft Velcona leather, open-pore wood veneers and brushed aluminum accents. The dashboard features Audi's new triple-screen layout, a 12.3-inch virtual cockpit for the driver, a 14.5-inch central infotainment display, and a secondary 10.9-inch passenger display that lets your co-pilot browse media, adjust climate, or navigate without distracting the driver. Audi hasn't just built a beautiful interior, they've made it whisper quiet. Acoustic glass, advanced sound insulation, and active noise cancellation mean the loudest thing you hear at highway speed might be your own heartbeat. And when you want sound, the available Bang & Olufsen 3D audio system transforms the cabin into a concert hall, with speakers integrated into the headrests for an enveloping personal sound experience. Technology extends beyond entertainment. Audi's latest driver assistance suite, Adaptive Cruise Assist with lane guidance, combines radar, camera and LiDAR to deliver Level 3 autonomous capability on certain roads. The Q6 e-tron can handle stop-and-go traffic, navigate gentle highway curves, and even execute lane changes on command, all while keeping a digital eye on every vehicle and pedestrian around you. Over-the-air updates ensure the system only gets smarter with time. The driving experience is pure Audi, the steering is precise and weighty, giving you confidence on winding roads, while the adaptive air suspension balances comfort and control, soaking up imperfections in the road without sacrificing agility. Quattro all-wheel drive ensures grip in all conditions, distributing torque instantly between the front and rear axles for maximum stability. This isn't just a luxury EV, it's one that still feels deeply connected to the driver, in a way many electric SUVs don't. Practicality hasn't been forgotten. There's a spacious cargo area in the back and a useful frunk in the front. Rear passengers get generous legroom and climate controls of their own, while the flat floor, a benefit of the EV platform, makes the middle seat comfortable for adults. Fold the rear seats, and you have a surprisingly cavernous space that can swallow everything from weekend getaway luggage to IKEA runs. Perhaps what makes the Q6 e-tron truly special is the way it blends its heritage with its future. It carries the DNA of the brand, that refined, confident Audi character, while also pushing into the frontier of electric luxury. It doesn't try to be the loudest, the fastest, or the most radical. Instead, it aims to be the EV you can live with every day without compromise, without excuses. Pricing is expected to start in the mid-$70,000 range, with high performance and fully loaded trims pushing into the low $90,000. That puts it squarely against rivals like the BMW iX and Mercedes EQE SUV. And if Audi's track record with customer loyalty is any indication, it will draw buyers who value understated sophistication over flat. The 2026 Audi Q6 e-tron doesn't just enter the electric SUV segment, it claims a place of authority. It's a vehicle that tells the world you appreciate progress, but you also value timeless design and the confidence that comes from decades of engineering mastery. Number 6. 2026 Cadillac Escalade IQ. Few names in the SUV world carry the weight of the Escalade. For decades it's been more than just Cadillac's flagship. It's been the rolling embodiment of American success, the default choice for athletes, executives and celebrities who wanted a vehicle that announced their arrival before they even stepped out. Now for the first time, that unmistakable presence has gone fully electric, and the result is both familiar and astonishingly new. From the moment you see it, the Escalade IQ makes its intentions clear. The proportions are unapologetically bold. A vast, upright front fascia, towering stance, and sheer size that dwarfs most vehicles on the road. But this isn't the same old Escalade with a battery swap. The designers have sharpened every line, sculpted every surface and draped it all in a futuristic elegance. The grille, a Cadillac signature, now becomes a black crystal shield with a dynamic lighting animation that greets you as you approach. Sleek vertical DRLs and a wraparound rear light bar turn the IQ into a beacon at night, its lighting choreography as much a part of its identity as its silhouette. Built on GM's Ultium platform, the Escalade IQ packs a mammoth battery capable of delivering over 450 miles of range, staggering for a vehicle of its size. The dual-motor all-wheel drive system produces an estimated 680 horsepower and 615 level-up torque, with a Velocity Max mode unlocking up to 750 horsepower for short bursts. That's enough to launch this nearly 3-ton luxury fortress from 0 to 60 mph in about 4.5 seconds. Sports sedan quickness in a vehicle the size of a Manhattan apartment. Charging. The Escalade IQ's 800-volt architecture means it can gulp down 100 miles of range in roughly 10 minutes at a DC fast charger. On a cross-country trip, that means you could stop for coffee, stretch your legs, and be ready for hundreds of more miles before the ice in your drink melts. Inside is where Cadillac truly justifies the IQ in its name. The cabin is dominated by an industry-first 55-inch curved LED display stretching from pillar to pillar, seamlessly blending the driver's instrument cluster, central infotainment, and passenger entertainment screen into one sweeping piece of glass. The resolution is crystal clear, the colors vivid, and the responsiveness immediate. It feels less like a dashboard and more like stepping into the bridge of a luxury spacecraft. Materials are exactly what you'd expect from Cadillac's top-tier offering: hand-stitched leather, open-pore wood, brushed metal, and available premium fabrics sourced for both their luxury feel and sustainable origins. The front seats are heated, ventilated, and massaging, while the second row offers captain's chairs with their own climate controls, entertainment screens, and reclining leg rests. For those who need maximum passenger space, a 3-row configuration is available without sacrificing comfort. Cadillac's Super Cruise hands-free driving system comes standard on higher trims, allowing for true hands-off driving on hundreds of thousands of miles of mapped roads across North America. It's refined to the point where lane changes feel organic, merging is smooth, and the vehicle can predict and adapt to traffic patterns before you even realize they're changing. Over-the-air updates ensure that Super Cruise and the Escalade IQ itself keeps getting better as the years go by. Sound? Cadillac didn't just fit a premium audio system. They commissioned a 40-speaker AKG studio reference setup that turns the cabin into a private concert hall. Speakers are embedded in the headrests, doors, and even the headliner, creating an immersive 3D soundscape that's as rich at low volume as it is at full power. Practicality hasn't been forgotten. The Escalade IQ offers a massive rear cargo area, a generous frunk, and even a gear tunnel running beneath the floor for storing long items like skis or fishing rods. Towing capacity is an impressive 8,000 pounds, meaning you can bring along a boat, trailer, or even another car, all without the rumble of a V8. Pricing will start in the low $130,000, with fully loaded Velocity Max models pushing toward $150,000. That positions it as a true luxury flagship in the EV space, going head-to-head with vehicles like the Mercedes EQS SUV and Range Rover Electric. But here's the difference. While those vehicles may whisper their presence, the Escalade IQ still makes an entrance. The 2026 Cadillac Escalade IQ is not a quiet revolution. It's a confident one. It tells the world that electric doesn't have to mean modest, that luxury doesn't have to mean subtle, and that the future of opulence is as much about technology as it is about tradition. When it glides past, massive, silent, and glowing with that unmistakable Cadillac light signature, you don't just see progress, you see the future wearing a tailored suit and diamond cufflinks. Number 5. 2026 BMW i5 Touring. When you said luxury electric wagon, few names do it with as much layered craftsmanship and quiet confidence as BMW, especially when it comes in touring form. In 2026, BMW takes its Executive 5 Series and gives it an electric heart and a touring soul. The result? A vehicle that silently whispers prestige and practicality with the unmistakable athletic edge of BMW design and presence. Seen from the outside, the i5 Touring is cathedral-like in its elegance and rugged enough for everyday adventure. Long, stretched proportions and a smoothly tapering rear give it the sleek stance of a Grand Coupe, while keeping generous cargo territory in the back. The horizontal taillights seamlessly flow into its wide shoulders above the flared rear fenders. Its illuminated kidney grille and slender matrix LED headlights offer a beacon-like signature, especially at dusk. Built for Europe, Japan, New Zealand, and Australia, BMW hasn't changed a note in its lines for those markets. This Touring isn't just a technical exercise. It's a refined statement for sophisticated buyers who want form to serve function. Performance and platform. Under the skin, the i5 Touring is powered by BMW's latest power electronics and drivetrain solutions, delivering efficiency that's more than just a number. It feels alive. Thanks to silicon carbide semiconductors, optimized wheel bearings, and low rolling resistance wheels, BMW has unlocked up to a 47-kilometer WLTP range improvement over prior tech. The platform supports multiple power outputs, the eDrive 40 rear-wheel drive with 3035 HP, the all-wheel drive xDrive 40 with approximately 3094 HP, and the range-topping M60 with a staggering 5093 HP potential. Particularly in the M60, whisper-quiet V-tail-like thrust combines with dynamic handling that molds itself to your driving style. Range anxiety melts away here. On the WLTP cycle, the Touring delivers up to 3,048 miles, making it an effortless long-haul wagon. When equipped with BMW's 205 kW DC fast-charging system, this car will sip electrons at high speed, getting you back on the road in practically less time than your coffee break. Step inside, and you're welcomed into a lounge-like cabin. Ambient lighting blends into the interaction bar, an elegantly lit strip between dash and doors that's tactile and aesthetically refined. Seating and surfaces whisper German quality, but seamlessly layered with modern sustainability. You'll find Harman Kardon sound, multi-zone ambient lighting, and even sleeper row comforts. If you opt for the extended version, 2 large curved displays, a 12.3-inch driver's screen, and a 14.9-inch central infotainment panel rest elegantly on a flowing panel. The system also supports the quirky but fun Air console for gaming. Just don't try playing while driving. Behind the wheel, the i5 Touring delivers more than performance. It delivers emotional connection, adaptive air suspension, optional 4-wheel steering, mirror actuator torque vectoring, and optional active anti-roll bars ensure it can dance or cruise with equal excellence. Every commute feels sculpted. Shifts are seamless, road noise minimal, and steering is intuitive. The architecture's low center of gravity and balanced weight distribution drive a focused but comfortable touring experience. And with BMW's hands-free driving assistance, the ride feels savvy and progressive. Why it's game-changing. In a world where crossovers all blur together, the 2026 BMW i5 Touring stakes its claim as something rare. A luxury estate that truly respects its lineage while advancing boldly into the electric era. It's less about being loud, it's about being loaded, layered, and living proof that utility no longer compromises elegance. While official US pricing hasn't been released, BMW's base i5 sedan starts in the $67 KR range. Expect the Touring variants to start comfortably in the mid-$70 KR bracket, with M60 trims rising above $100 KR with parity. Battery incentives make now a smart time to consider too. Real-world EV buyers have noticed that leasing or financing now nets incentives up to $900 at many dealers, and loyalty or conquest discounts are on the table. The 2026 BMW i5 Touring isn't just a station wagon. It's a sky silk of German engineering where every detail has purpose, every drive is connected, and every glance tells a story. In the soft electric hum of its cabin, you sense not just where we are, but where BMW and luxury are headed. Number 4. 2026 Lucid Gravity. Some SUVs are designed to follow trends. The Lucid Gravity is here to set them. This is not just Lucid's first SUV. It's the company's shot at redefining what a luxury electric SUV can be, from range and speed to design and passenger experience. And if the early numbers are anything to go by, it's a shot that hits the bullseye. The Gravity's design language is unmistakably lucid, sleek, aerodynamic, and sculpted with purpose. From the front, a thin, continuous LED light strip sweeps from corner to corner, bookended by Lucid's signature micro-lens headlights. The profile is athletic, with a long, cab-forward greenhouse, and a gently tapering roofline that gives it the elegance of a luxury wagon while retaining SUV practicality. Massive aero-optimized wheels fill the arches, and a crisp shoulder line runs the length of the body, catching light like the edge of a blade. But this SUV isn't just about looking good in a showroom. Lucid's engineers have obsessed over aerodynamics, producing a drag coefficient of just 0.24, remarkable for a vehicle of its size. That means less wind resistance, more efficiency, and ultimately more range. Lucid built its brand on delivering world-beating range, and the Gravity stays true to that DNA. Powered by Lucid's in-house developed motors and a next-generation battery pack, the Gravity is targeting over 40 miles of range on a single charge. That's not just class-leading, it's in a league of its own for a performance luxury SUV. Performance is equally impressive. The top dual-motor all-wheel drive variant produces over 800 horsepower, launching the Gravity from 0 to 60 mph in the mid-3-second range. Even with all that muscle, the ride is poised and smooth, thanks to adaptive air suspension and precision torque vectoring. Charging speeds are another standout. With its 912-volt electrical architecture, the Gravity can add up to 200 miles of range in about 15 minutes on a compatible DC fast charger. numbers that make long-distance travel as effortless as hopping between cities. Step inside the Gravity and you're greeted by an environment that feels both open and cocooning. The panoramic glass roof floods the cabin with natural light, enhancing the airy feel. Seating configurations allow for 5, 6, or 7 passengers, with second-row captain's chairs available for those who want business-class comfort on the road. Lucid's signature glass cockpit interface dominates the dashboard, a sweeping 34-inch curved display in front of the driver, paired with a retractable lower touchscreen that tucks away when not in use. The infotainment runs Lucid's latest software, blending minimalism with deep functionality, and every surface feels intentional, from the precision stitching on the leather to the sustainably sourced wood accents. Cargo capacity is generous, with a large rear load bay and one of the biggest front trunks in its segment. And because of Lucid's skateboard platform, the floor is completely flat, making every seat more comfortable and every inch of space usable. Lucid's driver assistance system, DreamDrive Pro, comes standard on higher trims, combining high-resolution LiDAR with radar and camera inputs to deliver one of the most advanced semi-autonomous experiences on the market. It handles highway driving with precision, offers automated lane changes, and constantly monitors surroundings for hazards. Over-the-air updates ensure these features evolve over time, making the Gravity smarter the longer you own it. For entertainment, Lucid has integrated an immersive audio system with Dolby Atmos technology, creating a three-dimensional soundscape that feels like a live performance. Whether you're listening to a symphony or a podcast, the clarity and depth are unmatched. Why it's game-changing? In a world where many electric SUVs focus on one strength, range, luxury, or performance, the Lucid Gravity seems intent on excelling in all three. It delivers sports car acceleration, a luxury sedan's interior quality, and a range figure that puts it ahead of the entire field. And it does it with an attention to design and efficiency that feels more concept car than production SUV. Lucid is expected to start the Gravity in the low $80,000 for the base dual-motor model, with high-performance versions climbing into the $110,000 yuan range. That pricing places it squarely against the Tesla Model X, BMW iX M60, and Mercedes EQS SUV. And if Lucid's execution matches its promise, it could outshine them all. The 2026 Lucid Gravity isn't just another electric SUV. It's a vision of where the segment is headed. Fast, efficient, and uncompromising in luxury. It's for the driver who wants it all, and refuses to trade range for performance, or space for style. When it pulls silently out of a driveway, glowing under its uninterrupted light bar, you don't just see a car, you see the next chapter in American luxury, one written in watts, not gasoline. Number 3. 2026 Cadillac Escalade IQ. It's hard to overstate the gravity of what Cadillac has done here. For decades, the Escalade has been the automotive equivalent of a tailored tuxedo, big, imposing, and effortlessly commanding attention. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement. And now, as the world tilts toward electrification, Cadillac is rewriting the Escalade's legacy without tearing apart the soul that made it iconic. The 2026 Escalade IQ isn't just an SUV with an electric drivetrain. It's the future of American luxury, reimagined with a quiet confidence that only a brand like Cadillac could pull off. From the moment you see it, there's a shift in perception. The design language is bolder, cleaner, more sculpted. It looks less like a truck draped in leather and chrome, and more like a concept vehicle that somehow escaped the auto show floor and onto the streets. The long, unbroken shoulder lines give it a presence that's both modern and timeless. The front fascia wears Cadillac's signature vertical lighting, but here it's reinterpreted in razor-sharp LED strips that seem to glow from within, as if the light is alive. The grille isn't a traditional grille anymore, because it doesn't need to be, yet it still commands attention with intricate patterns that catch the light like fine jewelry. Step closer and you realize this isn't just about looking expensive, it's about feeling sculpted for purpose. The Escalade IQ stretches itself over a platform designed purely for electric power, which means longer proportions, an elegantly sloping roofline, and an aerodynamic finesse you'd never expect from something this size. It sits lower, yet feels taller. It's commanding yet almost eerily smooth in its stance, like it's ready to move without disturbing the air around it. Inside is where Cadillac flexes its true muscle. Opening the door feels less like entering an SUV and more like stepping into a private suite at a five-star hotel. The cabin stretches wide, draped in rich leather that doesn't just smell luxurious, it smells like a promise. Every stitch, every seam is deliberate. The massive pillar-to-pillar display sweeps across the dash like a piece of cinematic art, with high-definition clarity that makes even simple navigation maps look like gallery exhibits. Beneath it, there's an absence of clutter. Everything feels curated. Hidden vents, subtle lighting that seems to float in mid-air, controls that respond with the lightest touch. Then there's the quiet. Electric SUVs have a certain hush to them by nature, but Cadillac takes it further. Triple-pane acoustic glass, advanced noise cancellation technology, and a chassis tuned to soak up imperfections mean that the outside world melts away the second the door closes. You could be gliding down a rain-soaked highway, yet inside, it's as calm as a library at midnight. The only sound you hear, if you choose, is the rich depth of the AKG Studio Reference audio system. 40 speakers perfectly tuned to create a soundstage so real, you forget the music isn't live. Of course, power matters. The Escalade IQ isn't just a rolling lounge, it's a performance statement. Dual-motor all-wheel drive comes standard, delivering instant torque that can move this massive machine from a standstill with startling urgency. You press the accelerator and it doesn't leap. It surges forward, like a private jet taxiing onto a runway. Cadillac has engineered it for precision as much as force, so it feels composed, even when you're pushing it. The range is generous enough to make long trips without anxiety, and with DC fast charging, a significant portion of the battery can be replenished in the time it takes to stretch your legs and sip a coffee. But the Escalade IQ's true magic lies in how it blends all of this together. You have rear-wheel steering to make tight city maneuvers effortless, and Super Cruise hands-free driving that turns highway stretches into moments of pure relaxation. You have adaptive air suspension that not only cushions every bump but also lowers the vehicle for easier entry or raises it for more ground clearance when needed. It's as if the car anticipates you, not just your commands but your intentions. And then there's the sense of occasion. Every time you walk toward it, the lighting sequence begins. A subtle, choreographed dance of LEDs that seems to welcome you personally. Step inside at night, and the ambient glow feels like candlelight, warm and inviting without ever being harsh. Even the way the doors close, with a muted solidity, speaks to an attention to detail that many luxury cars chase but few truly master. What makes the 2026 Cadillac Escalade IQ remarkable isn't just that it's electric, or that it's luxurious, or that it's powerful. It's that it carries the Escalade's cultural weight into a new era without losing what made it matter in the first place. It still feels like the SUV you see pulling up to award shows, still feels like something rappers will name drop, still feels like the car that makes you glance twice when it rolls by. But now, it's also the car that signals you're ready for what's next. This is Cadillac looking forward, not backward. This is an Escalade that doesn't just arrive, it arrives silently, effortlessly, and with an undeniable air of inevitability. The old Escalade roared, this one whispers, and somehow, the whisper feels louder. Number 2. The 2026 Porsche Macan Electric, where performance instincts meet electrifying elegance, and every drive feels like a masterstroke of precision. When Porsche decided to electrify its best-selling Macan, it didn't just create another electric SUV, it crafted a compact performance machine that wears the iconic name with ambition, elegance, and a heartbeat that still feels unmistakably Porsche. It's as if someone took the Macan's soul, charged it in silence, and gave it sharper teeth. At first glance, the Macan Electric looks familiar, yet refreshingly evolved. Its silhouette retains the compact curvature of the original, but now with an intentional sculpting that speaks to aerodynamic discipline. Flush door handles, streamlined LED headlights, and taut surfaces that intrigue rather than dominate. There's a purposeful lack of flat. Light glides along its panels. Familiar identity, future-forward execution. Beneath that refined body lies a dedicated electric chassis, the PPE built for power, poise, and efficiency. Up front, a 12.6-inch curved digital instrument display melts seamlessly into its 10.9-inch central infotainment panel, and for the co-driver, an optional touchscreen lies ready for streaming, browsing, or tactful command. The cabin is tech-rich but never overpowering. Finely rendered leather, tension surfaces, and ambient lighting that feels confident, not showy. Performance? It's where things get really interesting. The Macan Electric is offered in tiers. The entry Macan and Macan 4 bring brisk acceleration and refined AW dynamics. But it's the Force and Turbo variants that redefine compact EV. The Force serves 3082 horsepower underfoot, while the Turbo packs a staggering 60-30 horsepower and an emo-charged 83-3 level boost of torque. Put your foot down and the Macan Electric vaults from 0 to 60 mph in around 3.3 seconds, Porsche says faster than the 911 GT3, but wrapped in serenity rather than aggression. What's jaw-dropping is how Porsche's packed that kind of performance into something so agile and restrained. Every input, steering, throttle, suspension, reacts with dancer-like precision, as if preloaded with anticipation. The adaptive air suspension adjusts seamlessly to the road, soaking up bumps when cruising, flattening body roll when carving corners, and layering every moment with intent. Range is no afterthought. With its 800-volt architecture, the Macan electric can charge at up to 270 kWh, putting 10 to 80% in the battery in as little as 21 minutes. Fast enough that stopping for a quick bite quickly becomes a charging convenience. On a full charge, you're looking at well over 300 miles in real-world driving. Thanks to Porsche's relentless focus on drag reduction, they've shaved the coefficient down to about 0.25, and efficiency that doesn't compromise its driving character. It feels like a Porsche should, poised, precise, yet emotionally present. The architecture preserves performance instincts. Torque vectoring, 800V powertrain efficiency, four-wheel steering, and Brembo caliber braking all work together as if the Macan electric absorbed a driving school curriculum. In snowy conditions, tight curves, highway on-ramps, it responds with confidence, as though the software knows every nuance before you do. On the inside, the experience is equally rich. Soft leather, strong lines, intuitive HMI, the driver's view is crisp, tactile, human. You sense that Porsche aimed for sophistication without sterility, innovation without coldness. The Macan electric delivers presence, in design, in performance, in every heartbeat. The pricing tells part of the story. While the base Macan electric starts around $77,000, the 4S and Turbo quickly climb into six figures, especially with rich options that promise wrist-snapped acceleration, slick charging, and luxury befitting its heritage. Yet for the performance and resonance you get, it's resonantly competitive. This is Porsche reminding us that electric can still feel like a handshake of passion, not just tech. It arrives at a critical moment while Porsche carefully balances their EV ambition with market realities. Though EV sales have cooled, and Cadillac remains cautious, the Macan electric feels bold in return. A quiet dare, it signals that Porsche won't abandon emotion for economy, that performance and identity won't be diluted in the electric wave. It's a hopeful hint that the soul of driving is still salvageable, even in a zero-emissions world. This Macan electric isn't just a successor, it's a herald. And now, wait for what tops it off. Coming up, the number 1 slot holds the electric that doesn't just rank, it changes the horizon forever. Number 1. The 2026 Tesla Model 2, sports car agility wrapped in a hatchback frame, aimed at rewriting the definition of electric value. The announcement alone felt like a spark in a quiet room, a Tesla with performance DNA, volume, price, and everyday elegance rolling into one. For years, whispers about a $25,000 Tesla floated around. Now, in 2026, the Model 2 isn't speculation, it's the centerpiece of Tesla's refined mission. Affordable electric luxury that doesn't compromise. From first sight, the Model 2 feels sleek and poised. It's compact, yes, but sculpted with intention. The body is taut, LED lights that converge into crisp edges, sculpted curves that catch and play with light, and surfaces that feel pared down, yet purposeful. It strikes that rare chord where efficiency and beauty meet silent confidence. Step inside, and it's a surprise of craftsmanship and restraint. A single sweeping display arcs across the dash, combining driver infotainment and controls without clutter. Ambient lighting flows gently in gradient tones, not for flash, but for immersion. Materials feel considered, elegant yet resilient, modern yet tactile. Think refined cloth wove with metallic threads, contrasted against smooth matte trims that whisper quiet luxury. It lacks buttons because it doesn't need them. Voice, touch, and gesture guide the experience. Under the skin lies Tesla's next-gen electric architecture, one-piece castings, structural battery integration, and silicon carbide inverters. The kind of engineering that quietly redefines cost and weight. The result is nimble subcompact proportions, with unexpected poise, and a targeted real-world range standing strong at around 250 miles, ample for daily driving, zero anxiety, unmissable convenience. Drive the base rear-wheel drive version, and it feels alive, light on its toes. Soft place suspension, tight steering yet effortlessly sure. Opt for the dual-motor all-wheel drive variant, and the narrative change. Instant torque flings you into acceleration that surprises, 0 to 60 in the low 4s, all while wrapped in a serenity that only electric can deliver. Charging is Tesla's standard fast, using mid-voltage architecture, It can move from nearly empty to over 80% in under 25 minutes, just enough time for caffeine stretching or gathering your thoughts. And superchargers are already waiting behind corners, across states, across the country. Tech, it's Tesla. It's always there, powering everything real-time and improving even after your purchase. Full self-driving hardware is built in from the factory. Cameras, swirling sensors, layered AI, all tuning with every update, making the car smarter, safer, and more seamless over time. It doesn't just drive. It learns, adapts, evolves. And price, here's where the story becomes historic. This isn't a theoretical Tesla model anymore. Tesla confirmed that the Model 2, or whatever name it arrives under, arrives in a realistic mid-$30,000 range for the base version, with more premium trim levels sliding towards $45,000. In a world of sticker shock, that feels like an invitation. Seen in perspective, the Model 2 isn't just a hatchback, it's a statement. Tesla's saying electric isn't exclusive anymore. It's everyday, it's accessible, it's emotional, not elitist. Imagine someone pulling up at a school pickup, compact, nimble, humming with refined electric energy. Heads turn, not because it's screaming for attention, but because it quietly tells you, this is the future. Sitting in your driveway, what makes this vehicle number one of 2026 isn't that it's the fastest, or the most luxurious, or even the longest range EV. It's that it's the first to make how we live with electric feel effortless. It's scaled, sound, spirited, a uniform upgrade from convenience to aspiration. It's where affordability meets audacity. So whether you're a lifelong Tesla fan, a newcomer to the EV world, or just someone looking for the perfect balance of performance, affordability, and cutting-edge tech, the Model 2 is a game changer. This isn't just the next big thing in cars, it's the car that could change the way we think about driving itself. And that is why it takes the top spot on our list of the most anticipated vehicles of 2026. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the future of the automotive world. If you enjoyed exploring these incredible upcoming machines as much as we enjoyed bringing them to you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to LuxeLine. There's so much more to come, and trust me, you won't want to miss it.